Take two.
Action.
Moving. Problems worthy of attack. Problems worthy of attack. Prove their worth by fighting back. Problems worthy of attack. Prove their worth by fighting back. Want to request our governor. Problems worthy of attack. Prove their worth by fighting back.
Problems worthy of attack, prove their worth by fighting back. There are two things which happens when we encounter a problem or a challenge. One thing is to fight back or to restrain and keep quiet. So there is I would like to share a story here, and this is from Masai Mara of Kenya, where there are millions of animals which in turn go from Tanzania to Kenya in the forest reservoir, where they in turn are taking part in a complete migration to find the water hole or the water source. And when they are going, there is a time when the huge flock of animals which consists of zebras, buffaloes, all those animals are going, and suddenly they see a storm across the horizon. And when they see the storm across the horizon, suddenly they feel that the danger is there coming towards them, and they stand still. When they stand still, there are lions, cheetahs which are just following them, and now for them it's a feast. They can just feast upon any animal which is out there, the millions of them, and because they're standing, because they're feeling that the danger is out there, but they never know that danger is just lurking beside them. And now the question is, if that moved ahead, they could have in turn saved some from danger because they could have run. Now they are standing still, they cannot run, and they are becoming a prey for the animals. For them it's easy game. So whenever there is a problem, the attack means to see that how you respond to a situation and go for the next solution. When you do not do that, you are just like these buffaloes who are standing just to be eaten by the lurking animals. So that's how you can differentiate how you want to attack or restrain. It all depends, but ultimately you have to fight the problem in my opinion.
Next topic. An optimist proclaims we live in the best of the worlds. An optimist says we live in the best of the worlds. And the pessimist fears that is true. So the optimist thinks this is the best of the world can offer. And the pessimist thinks it's happening that is true. For this, I want to invite strong one. Yes.
Mr. Tabletoping Master, fellow Toastmasters, and the known guest. This is about optimists and pessimists. See, the optimists always feel very happy about whatever the situation is. And whatever the best of situations that are present, the pessimist feels it is not adequate. And he always feels sad and dejected. And he always keeps talking about problems and nothing but problems. Whereas an optimist, whatever the problems, he knows how to adjust and go ahead with it. So for example, they always say a glass, when you give half a glass of water, an optimist says it is half full, and the pessimist says it is half empty. It always says, there is water enough for you to drink and quench your thirst, but why crib of a glass which is half empty? You have a half glass which is enough for you to quench your thirst, so go ahead and do it. So that is what I think is life all about. So for example, coming all the way here, getting up early in the morning is a big challenge. But once you decide that you have to make it, you can make it. On the way we missed the route, but still we were able to circumvent and come and join you. And as a matter of fact, we reached much earlier than all others. we are the pessimists, we are the optimists, and we could find a way around. Whereas if there are, I don't think in Toastmasters fraternity there are any pessimists. So everybody is an optimist, and that's how we were able to reach there on time. And though we started half an hour earlier, we still made it on time. Thank you.
Mr. Nancy, to move. Go ahead. Wishing to be friends is quick work. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. I want to request Mr. Srinivas Murthy. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit.
And dear guests and my fellow members, it's true, I believe that friendship is not just like that, because it needs, though we know some people, there is a process of becoming that what we wish to. That means, I would say that a stranger is also a friend until I know him. But then it is not instant, it takes its own time and course of time to understand better the opposite person. Until then he was a stranger, we do not know what it is, what he is, what is his background. Unless and until we go one step forward and say that I am so and so, and these are the areas of my likings, what are you into, so that we can understand better and see what are the common areas of our likes in, and so that we can build that relationship by meeting or by telephone or by SMS. There are a lot of today availabilities of gadgets or communications where we can start building up that, and that becomes a huge bank of friendship, and that is the energy we get and also we pass on, so that we can also be always happy. So making friendship is not that easy, but it is within us what we understand better of that opposite person and put it into a kitty bag to become a friendship. Thank you once again for giving this opportunity.
I think it is funny to be delicate with subjects that are exclusive. Seriously, I think it is funny to be delicate with subjects that are exclusive. Akash. Yes. I think it is funny to be delicate with subjects that are exclusive.
I just knew this would be easy. So, good afternoon. The topic is, I think it's funny to be delicate
With
subjects that are explosive. So when I hear this topic, the first thing that goes in my mind when I hear explosive are games. I don't know why. And the first game that seems to go to my mind is something called as Mass Effect 2 for some reason. So, now this is a game where you run around shooting people, blowing up people with dynamites. And I can see no way to put it delicately. So, in my opinion, this topic makes no sense. I think that if something is explosive, you should explore it. Just give them your all and make everyone feel the explosion within them. You should be delicate with subjects that are delicate. They require a bit more calm to speak. However, when you have something which is fully explosive and something you know will entice excitement among the audience, why just leave it there? Show it to the audience. Spin a wheel around it. Give it more fire to burn. And in the end, get everyone going, feel like, okay, I heard something today. There's something explosive that I heard and I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to carry it with me. If you are delicate with such a topic, it's never going to get the limelight it deserves. At the same time, you can't be explosive with a delicate topic. You take something delicate and you try making something big, you might harm it. It's better to treat it as you treat a fine woman, please. And just speak of it softly. So that everyone goes with a happy feeling. I'm horrible with these metaphors, whatever, so pardon me again. But I don't agree with this topic. I think if something is explosive, just end it with a bang. Thank you.
I'm going to agree with him because I want to be intelligent. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies. In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. For this, I want to call upon Mr. Guru Prasad.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. So, what comes to my mind is a very recent incident which happened to me. I met my friend, a very close friend, some 10, 11 years back, and I went to my hometown, and we nurtured friendship to that extent that, till now we are friends, no doubt about it. And it so happened a few months back. Okay, we used to stand for each other at times of happiness, sadness, whatever you call it as. So 3 months back, there was a third person in our life. Okay, and it so happened the third person started manipulating things between us, and he started trying to create a rift between me and my friend. And he was very successful in doing that, creating all sorts of nonsense here and there. And at one point of time, we have to say goodbye to each other. It was so heavy for me. I could not sleep for almost 1 month, and I was figuring out ways and means to make sure that we are together. But the the situations were so alarming that we could not come together. So one day I thought, it's high time that, I should find out what the truth. So I called him midnight around 1 o'clock, and then I said, what's happening in your life and my life? We are friends together for 10 years. We have never bitched at each other. So what's happening? So then he was reluctant to start his, he was very reluctant to talk. And then suddenly he said, Guru, I think there is something fishy about the third person. We will find out. And he also was so cooperative. And today we are together, and I'm so happy that we are together.